Dell and Linda Downing Jensen. Our tree farm name is John Downing Family Tree Farm. The tree farm is located about 2.5 miles east of Marcola on Windling Road. Our tree farm was actually started in my family in 1908. My great-grandparents came over from Lacombe and settled here. They primarily were cattle, livestock ranch at that point in time. There was major land clearing done in the 1920s and 1930s. My father was actually the one that started with the logging and timber management in the late 1940s, 1950s. The main objective for the tree farm is to pass it on to future generations and try and maintain some sort of sustainability for the timber.
And improving the stand of quality of timber that we have also. Their ground prep and those type of things there to be able to make the next generation of trees come on a little better and a little stronger. I've been a contract logger for 50 years, and so now I have to learn, instead of harvesting trees, how to grow trees there, and so that's been a learning experience for me also.
I have a very strong connection to this piece of property. I was born and raised here. When my mother was in failing health, it became pretty apparent to me that we needed to move back to home and see if we couldn't improve things and get them back in a more productive
manageable
mode. Yeah.
Manageable. When her father logged there, he would create openings. They didn't reforest back as they should have there, and so what I'm trying to do now is take those openings and clear to be able to replant there and hopefully get another generation of trees coming. There was a space in there when her mother didn't want anything happening on the property and stuff. There's quite a bit of thinning needs to be done. There commercial type thinning there for stand improvement and stuff there, and that's one of the things that we've been trying to do here over the last couple of years, is get in there and try to thin and clean some of the stuff up. There's a lot of dead material. You know, we're doing the best we can with what we have to make some profit for the tree farm, plus stand improvement, ground improvement there, and wildlife habitat. But I thinned out about 15 loads there this spring. We try to take some poles off each year. There we have some real nice stands of pole timber back in the back there. We don't need to harvest each year off of the tree farm to make ends meet there. So if we have a year or two that we don't need to harvest anything, we won't harvest anything.
We have developed a complete road system on the property so that every part of the property is accessible by road. So there's approximately 4 miles of road on the property. We have about a mile of it rocked, which obviously allows us then to do some winter harvesting if if the prices are up and we need to do that. I think that's important, if not only from the standpoint of the fire safety, because in 2020 the fires were very, very close to this. They were about it was about a half a mile away. I grew up here riding horses, all over the property, so I didn't want to see it be sold or divided up or parceled out. I think it's important, after something's been in a family for well over 100 years, that somebody has to step up and say, no, we're not gonna sell it. We could sell it, and that would be maybe the easy way out, but that's and
we're not going to clear cut it all either.
No.
We like to see the timber. We like to see the trees. Why it's kind of different for me now to be able to try to grow trees, and watch them grow and improve the property, and still see something left, and still have something left for the kids and the grandkids to be able to harvest when their time comes. So, and it means a lot to both of us to be able to do that.